Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anarchy podcast. I'm your host, Super, and here with me we have the legendary Tavux. How you doing, man?
Yo, dude, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing quite well. There's a fucking huge storm outside, so my internet might, kill itself, shoot itself in the face halfway through this, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm looking outside right now. I see some nice trees, some birds chirping. I got nice weather, so I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, two ends of the stick. Holy shit. So I want to start with this off with asking, how did you first find to be an anarchy in general?
Well, I first was introduced to Anarchy as many people, as many new fags were to the server when they were just browsing YouTube and just like watching videos. And the blowing up video at the time in the suggested feed was Rusher's video. And I don't know, just clicking on that video, just seeing the server, and then actually going to the Reddit and getting in depth on what it's about. Because I feel like that's something that I've been looking for a long time, but I never really knew where to look. You know?
Yeah, I do. We all remember that faithful night. The oldest server in freaking Anarchy Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it that drew you to the server?
The things that really drew me was just the fact that to be honest, the thing that drew me was it was just a simple vanilla world, you know? It's a vanilla world, survival, Minecraft. Just that's how it is. And there's no real rules, and everyone who just hops on does what they please. And this is what you get when you let that happen. You know?
Yeah,
That's sort
throughout
of
obviously throughout 2B's history, we've seen examples of people being the best and people being the worst in themselves, like BibleBot trying to convert everyone, or Jared's 30-day base thing. But
yeah, man.
you haven't stepped foot on the server in a while. How long has it been?
It's been, well, actually, I've been active pretty recently, man. But uh, it's been over a year, I think, since I last played, so like at all, really.
Yeah, why'd you leave?
I basically just got bored of everything, like the crystal spamming and just like the PvP just got so boring. But I feel like I never really I got into building, but like a lot of my bases got destroyed over and over just due to picking like the wrong people, and it just I just ended up taking a break from Minecraft and just playing video games in general to do different stuff.
Maybe like 2B just lost its magic?
Not necessarily. I think the magic's still there. I think it was just, you can't play the server like forever. Like, there's got to be breaks. You never really quit though.
Yeah, yeah. How do you think your hours have been on the server? Like, do you think your time on it has been fruitful? Do you like your time on 2B?
I mean, I played a lot of hours on 2B2T. I'll tell you that. Like the time I did play, like I feel like I was on quite a bit, like whenever I could at least, and I was grinding all the time, and just it was so fun, It just sort of took me away from like my reality, if you say it. I guess that's a way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, like for a lot of people, and I know for myself personally, it's an escape.
Yeah, I mean, to a degree, at that time in my life, it was an escape, really.
Yeah, what do you think are your favorite memories on the server, or even in the community?
Some of my favorite memories. I mean, some of my favorite memories that I've had have just been like just the people I've met when just doing like the mundane stuff, like traveling down the highways, like shit like that, bro. Just talking to people, you know what I mean? Because you just get to know people so well because you spend like literally hours just doing everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people can know what you're feeling. But how do you think the meta of 2B has changed? And what I mean by that is well, specifically the PvP, and because you're on record on saying you're not too big of a builder, but you have dipped in PvP for quite a bit. So how do you think that's changed?
So with PvP, man, the biggest difference is when I started PvPing on the server and when I was really like heavy into PvPing, items actually mattered. You know what I mean? Like when I would kill people, I would collect their items and actually use it as my armor. Like that was the only
Yeah.
armor I had. And like now when you're fucking everybody just has duped gear, you know? Like it's all just like what are you even fighting for? Is it just to kill the people for what? To send them to spawn or like back to their bed? I mean, I could see that at a base raid or something, but if everyone's just going to spawn to fight, like what's the point?
I see what you mean. Like it's all for nothing. Like there was a point to PvP, and now it's just 32Ks who can have the best hacks.
Yeah, I guess just it's like just killing spawn fags. Like if you're going just to spawn, just to fuck around, then that's fine. But just know that there's not going to be anything of any like worth out of the PvP. It's just fun.
Yeah, and even the fun comes to an end eventually.
I mean, it depends. Some people really just enjoy that sort of like I don't know, that weird meta that 2B2T always has where it's constantly changing. Like who knows? At some point you could be the one on top and it feels pretty good.
I see what you mean. So take a little road off of those kind of things and onto actual things on the server that you've been not necessarily a part of, but you've affiliated with. So, how was your time with the Vortex Coalition?
Listen, like, bro, the Vortex Coalition was some of the greatest memories that I had. And I explored a lot of the servers, like monuments. Like, you know how everyone says the server's monuments or whatever, bro?
Mm-hmm.
That shit I did with the Voco. I just traveled a lot. And I was just a complete new fag when I was in the Voco. And it was just like, I liked the Voco because it like introduced you into that mindset of like, dude, you can't take all this shit too seriously. You know, just kind of me. And I made a base with a bunch of people called Millerville Mark II with pistol partners. And Tumorous from the Fourth Reich ended up finding it, like blowing it up. He made a video on it. The Fourth Reich raids the Voco, some shit. I don't remember.
Can we get enough in chat?
Yeah.
So,
But shortly after that is when I actually ended up joining the Fourth Reich because I was making like bed bombing videos at that time.
yeah, actually speaking of that, can you detail us in like a decent size summary? What's your deal with the Fourth Reich?
Dude, the Reich, dude, we had some nice times. Like we were just, I ended up basically joining them because they liked the videos I was making. I don't know. They brought me in there basically as a meme. Like they were gonna try to get me to just. Their plan was to get me in the Discord, let me join, and then like kill me and take my stuff or whatever. Like they've done that to people before, and you can see it in the old videos. But I guess I was just chill enough or whatever, so they decided to keep me in, and like we just started fucking around and doing stuff, and eventually over time, I gained their trust.
Gotcha, gotcha. So,
I also did like a lot of pretty cool stuff. Like Like I did some pretty nice stuff. Like I got the chords. I was talking to Chrome Crusher and ended up getting the chords to the drain. And we all blew that up.
Cool, cool. And at the time you were in the Fourth Reich, Tim was the leader, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your relationship with the dude?
Well, we always have had disagreements about things, and me and him were pretty chill. Like we were tight, you know. But I like made a different group base, and I like sort of kept it secret from the Reich, sort of to a degree, you know. And I don't know, just from that things went on and exploded, you know, just sort of chain reaction, and me and Tim ended up sort of really having like issues with each other, and he griefed my base, so I griefed the other base back. A bunch of shit happened.
Do you think your confrontation with Tim was inevitable?
I mean, I think it could have gone a different way,
Really? Like how?
but I don't know. Tim, Tim and I, like what I'm saying is just like because of the circumstances of what happened, like with that base and stuff. I'm saying like if things had been different, maybe things would be different, but I don't know. It's just not.
Gotcha, gotcha. So like what happened is it's just what happened. Like shit happens, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I got that. I get you.
And it's like at this point we're both sort of so like it's just like there's not really much contact there, you know. I wouldn't even know how to reach out.
Yeah, like your time is you guys have, crossed paths and like stuff happens, but you guys are on separate, roads now, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha, gotcha. So a little way off that. So what's your experience with Nita T and the Peacekeepers?
Oh, well, I never really got into their inner circle, if you know what I mean. Like, I never really got to know them that well.
Yeah.
But I was always sort of on the outskirts. And, I kind of betrayed them, like, sometimes, like, for the Reich in the past. But, yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I just don't really respect them that much as people just because of the way that they have a lot of like they're just pretty immature.
Gotcha. Now, when you
Like,
said sorry, go
and I
on.
mean that's a little bit like look, say what you want about Netta T and them, but it's just I don't know, man. Something about them.
So when you say you incited for the Fourth Reich and whatnot, in the end, when you finally was done with the Fourth Reich, did you ever regret everything you did?
I mean that's 2B2T, man. Like, and that's like so much of the fun of 2B2T is being able to do whatever you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
And so that's a part that I enjoyed quite a bit.
You're just dicking around.
Yeah, just like, but at the same time, that was my 15, 16-year-old rage.
Oh, little Tav.
I mean, honestly, dude, for real.
It's all cool. It's all cool. It's all in the past. So, what's your experience with the Spawn Masons?
So there's a lot of players within that group that I respect a lot and that I like, you know. They're
Yeah.
good people, I'd say. They've accomplished a lot of good stuff. but I was not there for a lot of the Spawn Mason stuff. I was only around for the beginning and like some of the end and the middle.
Gotcha, gotcha. What do you think your most memorable memories with them would be?
Definitely when we had this meeting at this insane tower and it got griefed by Jared like right as the meeting was going on and like a big battle. Pretty crazy.
That's a fat F.
I mean maybe, but the thing was pretty close to phone.
Okay. So, what's your story? Well, speaking of Jared and all that, what's your story with the dude?
I met him through a mutual friend, and I respect his intelligence a lot. And I like his music taste, I'd say. He's a very complicated person, and he's a good person to have interesting conversations with if you want to talk about,
Yeah.
like, you know, the universe or whatever, man.
He can be pretty chill. A lot of people call him calculated. Very calculated.
Yeah, just don't really involve yourself beyond just talking to him.
um, so when that whole Spawn Mason stuff happened, did you form not a hatred, but did you form sort of like a wall around Jared, knowing that he's this big troll on 2B, but you still talk to him?
Nah, I mean, Jared is Jared, you know, and it's like what people do on a Minecraft server shouldn't determine how you treat them on Discord.
That is true.
I mean, maybe. It's just like it has nothing to do with me to a degree.
Yeah, it's like he never meant to have a vendetta against you.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, keeping on the whole player versus player thing, how is your relationship with Panda?
If you're referring to Panda MC, are you referring to Panda MC?
Yeah.
Like Netta T's little friend?
Yeah.
We were not that friendly, man. He did not. Even in my time when I was with that group, I never really got along with them too well.
Really?
And
How
I
is
would,
it
I
just
would, I would always try to kill him.
nice, nice. What about Panda Sauce?
Panda Sauce, YT.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I have destroyed a lot of PK things in my time.
Seems like it.
You can check the library.
Yeah, I'll link your channel in the description.
Yeah, dude, the freaking Peacekeepers, man. Can't believe that. What an ironic name. I mean, from the beginning. Peacekeepers? What is this? They just cause so much chaos. It makes no sense.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just an ironic joke.
I don't know if I'd give Panda Sauce that kind of credit.
Alrighty, so what about your relationship in the past and really in the present with Tora?
Sorry, I'm eating a piece of ice.
Ice.
We
Water.
used to, we used to like to make YouTube videos and stuff. And we had like nice energy, you know, when we were doing these videos. All sorts of stuff. Guy block, that was fun. But our friendship was never really that tight, you know. It's not like we were chilling all the time. So we
Yeah.
don't really talk anymore at all.
Yeah, but you guys had a decent stretch of like knowing each other and doing a couple things, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Can you maybe tell us a
I
little bit
mean,
about him?
I knew him since the Reich, basically, because he ended up joining, or he was in it. I don't quite remember, but you know, he was just always in the Discord, but we were never like super tight. Like, I mean, I always used to mess around with him anytime he'd go to spawn or whatever. And I made that one video where I would had a fight with him on an alt. I pretended that I was a different person. I just came up on him and he was like, "Oh fuck yeah," and then he drove me off.
Cool, cool, cool. So you have a little bit of a history of knowing a lot of these decently notable people on 2B. So how did you come to affiliate yourself with all these legends?
What do you mean? What are you referring to?
Like Tim, Toro, or Nita, or just in the like. Like, what's your
Oh,
secret for any new fags to know all these decently popular people?
oh, I mean, well, here's what I'm saying, man. You just gotta find your thing, man. Just be good at something.
And you'll eventually be noticed.
Yeah, just get really like play Minecraft a lot and try to do things on the server that are like notable, you could say.
Whether it be making a big base or fucking over a bunch of people.
Exactly. It depends on what you're looking for. Do whatever you want. It's your own choice. But,
It's your life, yeah.
you know, just do something and do it well enough. I feel like that should, I don't know, not necessarily like instantly get you there, but like how you get to know more people. Showing them that you're competent, then eventually you can get to the most high elite player level, which I mean I would never consider myself that.
Tavix being over here, being humble. Um, so I want to take a look at your like life outside of 2B. Now, how did your channel come to be? Like, since it's over 1,000 subs, congratulations. And due to your 2B content, it's gained somewhat of a following. So what's the story with that?
Well, it started with me just wanting to like document things I was doing on the server and just like I don't know, just for fun sort of. And when I realized that a bed actually like one of my friends accidentally killed another one of my base mates when we were in the Nether with a bed, and we realized we were like he's in prop 4 armor, like that can really murk someone, and nobody wore blast protection at the time, you know.
Yeah.
And so we were like, damn, we could use the bed to blow them up. So what I would do is I would set my spawn point at a secret base, say like 200 blocks away in the Nether from spawn, at like a portal or something. I'd try to make it like underground, as hidden as I can, with just a bed and then like an ender chest. And then in the ender chest, I'd keep my beds and whatever else I wanted. And so I'd take one bed at a time, kill someone, respawn, and try to run and get the item. Because I was a poor fag at the time. Like I didn't have like prop 4 armor or anything. I hadn't quite gotten, well, I had auto fish a lot, but I only had like what, maybe one set.
Yeah, I got you.
If that.
Little scheming tab. Oh my god. No, it's cool. It's cool. You always got your little plans. So I want to look at some of the stuff you've been at. Now, the story with you and the North Pole base.
So I made the first of the Arcadia bases when I was still in the Reich, and I had different friends that I made gather at first base, which was called Adrastia. But it got leaked to Tim, and it got destroyed. The next base that we made was Callisto, and it had some cool stuff built, but it got destroyed because the coordinates were again given up. But we ended up destroying it before it could get destroyed.
Cool.
Because like it was like a double leak where they like felt bad and told us. But then so we destroyed it. But then the final base was destroyed just from the instability. Like we invited the wrong people to it. It was completely unstable. And that was Arcadia.
Gotcha.
And all of these bases had like some nice builds at them. Don't get me wrong. They were pretty cool. But they did end up getting destroyed.
Nothing
Then
lives on the server.
the North Pole was another base that came afterwards. It stood for like a month and a half only, but there was some pretty cool stuff there too. I thought, at least. I mean, it was just nice because it was just like a lot of players at a base all together, like chat, and it was just chill.
Awesome. It's always good to be part of something.
Yeah, but dude, Kill It leaked the chords of the North Pole.
Yeah, kill it. What's your relationship with the dude?
Dude, Kill It? Dude, we all thought Kill It was a girl, bro.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
But here's the thing, you don't understand. This was like prepubescent Kill It. It's a whole nother thing, dude.
Yeah, instead of like now he has that sort of like trap voice. Back then it was really like he pulled it off.
He sounded like a 13-year-old girl or some bullshit.
Yeah, he did this shit like he showed me. It was like Emperor.
Well,
And oh my fucking god, he's good at it. I can tell you that much. Holy shit. So
look,
you were saying.
Look. But we figured it out, and after we figured it out, basically like nobody wanted to trust him anymore, and so we all just blew up the base. But like, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Kill. He's a real G.
Jumbo Warrior is the one who figured it out. Jumbo Warrior and Tanaxis.
Awesome.
Yeah. But right now I'm working on Adrastia too, dude.
Oh, awesome. I'm sure there'll be a couple people looking for that.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's not that far out, bro.
Wow.
I never build that far out.
Is it pretty far?
Well, it's not that far, but it's not like that close either, you know what I mean?
Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, just say the chords out loud. No, but just to stay on topic, people always say Tavux, the king of the 2017 Temp Map. So can you tell us the story behind that and what really happened?
Basically, on the Temp Map, in the beginning, I just kind of, when House gave out crystals to everyone, I just was killing as many people as I could to gather crystals. And I ended up getting just a bunch of crystals by killing a bunch of people. And I killed just a lot of people in a short span of time, kind of. And I just ended up having a lot of gear, like more than I ever like needed. Then I died, then I died again, and then I lost pretty much a lot amount of it.
Oh, rest in peace.
But for the first like week and a half, I mean, I was kind of killing everyone, dude. I didn't die at all.
That's awesome. Always good to have somewhat of a legacy on something like a temp map.
The temp maps are always a good time, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like the 2019 one, like Spawn Masons Kill the Dragon. Fun times.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, what's the story with Team Tavix?
It's just a meme on my Discord server, pretty much.
Yeah? Think
Yeah.
it'll ever come to fruition, like actually properly happen?
Uh, Probably not.
Now, when are you? You're coming back in the summer, right? Or you're starting to come back?
Man, I accidentally wasted 20 bucks on priority.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, gotta feed House's crack and coke addiction.
Oh man, that's a classic 2v2 team meme.
Oh yeah. But when you come back, or now-ish, when you come back in the summer and whatnot, do you think you'll actually try to maybe make Team Tavix? I'm sure some people will go for it.
And I'm probably just gonna make bases and build because that's kind of like I just want to do that.
Gotcha. So one of the last topics I have for you is what's the deal with the account name Tavix OG?
Oh, is that OG Kush? Yeah, that's what it's all about. OG Kush.
Just straight up OG Kush.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So the last little question I have for you is, what's going on with you now? Like, what are you up to? Like, what's your plan in life now?
Right now, I'm just chilling. I'm trying to keep working out, chilling with my friends, and working at school so I can continue to move on in my life.
You think you'll ever quit 2B?
I don't know, man. Who really does?
It's a sad thing to think about.
I mean, who knows? I mean, like, really, isn't everybody gonna quit 2B?
At some point or another, I guess. Now, there was a preemptively asked question from someone in the community. Uh, so this question comes from Kabadas asking, "What's your favorite cheese?"
Uh, Probably provolone.
Provolone. Any honorable mentions?
Cheddar on the goldfish.
Dude, yeah, yeah, yeah. You already know. Alrighty then. That's the last of the questions for me. Do you have anything to say, anything to add, anything to ask before we give you some last words?
Yeah. Who's the most craziest guest that you've had on here, man?
Fuck, that's a damn good question. Fuck. Um, I don't know, man. We've had some decent people on. Boo's been pretty nice. Yeah, I think Boo or I'm trying to think of someone else. God, someone who's made a real impact. Shit. Yeah. I think Boo comes to mind. Emperor was pretty chill as well. He was pretty over the top.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it for her, man.
dude, he's pretty chill. There's this whole conspiracy with him, and where he has not a vendetta, but like he's sort of iffy on me because he thinks I purposely edited his video. And now, Emperor, if you're ever listening to this, the recording, I accidentally press space and my OBS stops at space, so 2 minutes of your fucking interview got cut out. And it just so happens that that 2 minutes would have been the ones that you'd liked most. So
Uh,
yeah, man. But
well,
the edit job was clean. Like not many people
did you get
noticed.
my whole?
Yeah, obviously, dude. Don't worry. That the only person that happened to was Emperor. So sorry, MP. So I guess that's the last bit from me to you. Anything you want to add or anything like that?
Yo, all right. Peace
Alright.
out.
Alright, well, thank you very much, Tavix, for being on the Anarchy podcast. I'm your host, Super. I'd like to thank you for
Yo,
watching.
it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
No worries, man. It's been happy to have you on. I'd like to thank you for watching the Anarchy podcast. If you'd like to be part of the discussion, don't forget to join the Discord in the description. In the description, you'll also find Tavux's channel, along with maybe a couple other plugs of Tavux's if he wants. But yeah, I'm Super. With me, I've had Tavux, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Fuck my friends, they're gone. They all left one by one. And now the summer's done. They don't need no more fun.